What's going on, everyone? Surgical Snipes here, back at it again with another FC mobile video. What is going on, everyone? In this video, I'm going to be talking about this post I made. This post I made on the FC mobile Discord. In the brag section of all the channels, right? It's because this one's gonna be in the brag section, And I don't mean to brag and boast, but I feel this is like the appropriate channel to be putting this in. I know the brag section is supposed to be mostly for getting rare pools, in the packs and all that, in the drafts. But you know, this is like the only channel I think this will be allowed to be posted in. So, and I think this could be taken down, right? Because some of my stuff has been taken down before. All right, but what am I talking about here? Well, for those who follow my story, I believe you guys know what I'm talking about here. But for those who are new to the channel or who are just new to my story, um, I will explain it yet again. Okay, so I am the number one FC mobile player in the world. Okay, now I self-proclaimed it, right? It's a self proclamation, right? I self-proclaimed this, right? But based on this post I made, just looking at this post and all the evidence of the hundreds of matches that I put out there of my FC mobile matches under these conditions, which I'm gonna read right now, you know, that that proves, right? It proves that I'm that guy, right? And I'm gonna talk about the tournament players and all that, which I have before in my previous videos. And if you guys want a more detailed explanation on my story, I have that in my true number one FC mobile player story playlist on this channel and even in my main channel. Okay, so anyways, let's talk about this post I just made before it gets taken down because it could get taken down for whatever reason, right? Because it's self promotion or something. Who knows? But anyways, I'm just trying my best here to let EA know that I exist so that they can invite me to tournaments in the next FC mobile tournaments they have, right? They have them all over Asia, right? They had them in Thailand, they had it in Vietnam. In Vietnam they had it in I think Shanghai, China also. Right? Or it was I know it was definitely Thailand and Vietnam that they had the. I think the last one was in Vietnam. And some great matches there. Some great tournaments. And it looks right now like the guy who was the most successful there so far is a guy named is a pro player by the name of Todanaka 22. Todanaka 22. He won the tournament multiple times, and the last one he was in the finals. And a pro Thailand player by the name of a pro Thai player by the name of Lightning McQueen. I think that's how you say him. I think that's how you say his name. I thought it was Lightning McQueen, but it's Lightning McQueen or something like that. And he won in the finals against Todanaka 22. So those are like the two top players. Even a Jet Koi 20. I think it was Jet Koi something. I forgot his name, his official name, but his name is definitely Jet Koi. He was the teammate for. He was part of the same team as Todanaka 22. So, anyways, and we have so many amazing pro players out there, right? And what I'm trying to do here is to hopefully get this message to EA Sports and EA Sports FC Mobile, and ask to see if I can get invited to these tournaments. That way, I can show what I can do. I'm claiming to be the number one player of the entire game, right? And if I'm not invited to the official tournaments, then I can't really showcase what I can do on the grand stage. Now I'm not guaranteeing I'm gonna win every single freaking match and freaking win every single finals or whatever, because not even the best of the best can do that, right? But I'll sure damn try. I'll try my best, and if I win, that's great. It helps with my story. And when I lose, I know the haters are gonna laugh every time I lose. But whatever happens, win or lose, it makes for a great show, right? It makes for a great show, and I know I belong. I know I belong in this community, in the as part of the elite. But you guys have to let me EA. You have to let me invite me to the tournament so I can prove it more. Right? I already proved it in public matchmaking. Right? I proved it in in public matchmaking in FC Mobile. Right? I use this team right here. For those familiar with the team, I use a 93 OVR gold team with no substitutes and no badges equipped, right? So I use the 93 OVR gold team to climb to FC champion. I don't do it every season, right? Because my focus is split between multiple games. And for those who know my story, I think you guys know what the other game is, right? So yeah, so I'm trying to get this all done. EA Sports, I'm trying to get invited to the tournament so I can compete. I want to compete. Win or lose, I just want to give the fans the best show possible that I can, and prove myself in the tournament setting because I already proved myself in public matchmaking. So not in the leaderboards, in the top 250 leaderboards, but in the ability to showcase these matches where I'm able to win versus players 20 plus my OVR, right? 10, 15, 20 plus my OVR. Every time I lose, it's not a fair. It's not legit, right? Right? They have 20 plus OVR than me. I'm using a gold team, plus they're equipping substitutes and badges because that's what the game intends, right? Players are supposed to equip substitutes and badges and go for the highest OVR because that's what the game intends them to do. You know, Whereas me, what I did was I stuck with this 93 OVR gold team, right? Between a 93 and a 94 gold team these last couple years. And since 2024, right, when FIFA Mobile rebranded itself to FC Mobile, right? So for 2 years already, I've been just using a gold team. In the beginning, it wasn't just a gold team, right? I was trying to make the best team possible, but then after that, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna try and play the game like this, right? Because I wanted to prove that I was the best player, right? So I believe I've done that already. I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to go for 10 times, right? I did it 8 times already, right? 8 individual seasons. I climbed to FC champion using this team. So with no badges and no substitutes equipped. Now who else can say that? Right? Who else can honestly say that and have video proof and video evidence of doing that, of completing that challenge? Nobody, right? If you go and check out, type in FC Mobile, and you go look for players that do that, you won't see anyone else who's doing that, right? It's mostly just players talking about their fully stacked teams, their high OVR teams, and that's about it. All right, of course, the tutorial videos and people complaining about the game in some way, but other than that, there's no other player out there that's showing this that that showcasing wins versus players 20 versus teams 20 plus his OVR. You see, but there is a player that can do that. That has shown that for years, and that player is me. So that's why I'm staking my claim on all this. You know, Leaderboards, right? The FC champions in the where that can get 50 plus stars or 200 plus stars or whatever, right? The ones who can chain those crazy win streaks. They're all competing with the same OVR, similar OVR. You see, so if I had a team that was competitive with the OVR, then I'd be able to do the same exact thing. But again, the leaderboards are plagued by cheaters, right? You got teams that are bronze teams, silver teams, who just win every single match but that we all know that it's just fake shit. And I'm not sure why that hasn't been fixed. There has to be a way how to stop that. And hopefully that gets fixed, because it makes the leaderboards look like they're illegitimate. Now, there are pro players and top players who are actually really good, and they are, of course, they're on the leaderboard right now. But to have a true measurement, we have to get rid of those players that are cheating. And for the legit players, right? For the legit players, for the legit players, they're all competing. Those legit FC champions who are pros or just top players, they're competing all at similar OVR, right? They're competing all at similar OVR, right? So it's a more even, fair playing field for them. Whereas me, I'm just using this right here, a 93 OVR gold team, 93 OVR gold team with no substitutes, no badges equipped, and I know 100%. I know 100% that nobody else is doing that. No other player can honestly say that he's doing that. And that's why I'm making my claim. That's how I realized it was me. Since it's somebody since it's something that nobody else has done or has even attempted to do. And hopefully you guys will understand that. Hopefully people will understand that. Of course, the haters are gonna just talk shit about for whatever reason, and but they know it's true, and they're just gonna say some horse shit because that's just who they are as a person, right? Maybe they're coming from a place of jealousy or hatred or envy or whatever the case may be. But that's what it is, right? It's the internet. So, anyways, hopefully we can make this happen. EA Sports. Hopefully we can talk, and hopefully I can get invited. I would love to talk to the FC Mobile development team, all the devs, all the big wigs, of the company who made FC Mobile possible. And I would like to talk to you guys, and share my story, and hopefully, just give the best FC Mobile show I can possible. And yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. But wait, before I go, I'm gonna read the post that I made before it gets taken down, if it gets taken down. That way, I can at least say that I made this video for it. All right. So what did I say? True number one FC Mobile player in the world. 93 OVR gold team. No subs. Badges equipped. 8-time FC champion. Under those conditions. I should have said under those conditions. Which nobody else has done, by the way. EA, let's make it happen for the fans. PlayStation has Anders Vergang. FC Mobile has Surgical Snipes. You see, so that's what it is, y'all. Of course, Anders Vergang from the I'm sure everybody knows who plays FIFA games or FC mobile games, or FC 26 now, the FC games on console. Know who Anders Vergang is. He's the number one PlayStation player for on console. He's won multiple tournaments, world champion, all that good stuff, right? He's proven himself. He's even gotten over like a 500, or 540 or 500 plus win streak in foot champs, in the foot draft, in the foot champs weekend league, before he finally lost one. You see, so he's proven already for years that he's the number one player. And even he loses matches, right? Everybody loses matches. Okay. FC Mobile, right? We have a tournament scene also, but it's not as big as the PlayStation side, and I would love to eventually cross over to that, to the PlayStation side, and then compete there and try my hand at that and see if I have what it takes to become a pro there. Okay, but for now, I'm here in FC Mobile. At least I can claim to be the guy in FC Mobile, right? The guy to beat in FC Mobile, the FC Mobile King. And I'll show up. I'll show up, EA. I will show up to the tournaments. If you guys invite me, I will show up. In the meantime, I'm just gonna have to start live streaming my matches and upload more YouTube videos on my matches and just keep the grind going, But I do these videos every now and then, Of course, I'm self promoting. I want to promote myself, to get your guys' attention. But, this is the only way I know how to do it for now because, nothing's happening yet. So hopefully you guys, EA Sports, the FC Mobile team, the FC Mobile developers, hopefully this message gets to you guys. And, you know, we can definitely get the show started. So that's gonna be it for this video, y'all. To all the players who support my story, who believe in my story, thanks again. I really appreciate it, and I hope to really showcase my skills and make the show for y'all and compete in the show for you guys. On the big stage. It's a lot of what's it called? It's a lot of pressure, but hey, I'm asking for it, right? And then of course, when I lose matches, the haters are gonna just go crazy. But it's all part of the game, right? It's all part of the community. The supporters, the haters. Not just here, but in different in the real life soccer or football. Players get supporters and they get haters. Either way, people talk about them. People talk about them. So, anyways, this is no different. So, yeah, that's it, y'all. That's gonna be the end of this video. EA Sports again. Let's talk.